I'm going. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Wednesday, January 6th. The third trading day of 2021. Here we are. We're at the bottom of the hill, my friends. We got a long way to go to the top. To the tippity top. Let's go. All right, so let's give everyone a little bit of time to jump in here and come and say hello and let everybody, whatever they're doing right now, stop watching other people and come watch the #1 day trading channel live stream here. If you got, if you have a big following on Twitter or that, like let your friends know, let your grandma, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your moms, everybody. Let everybody know. Say, get on over there and like this. Let's go. Wow. 4 dislikes already. It's like those 4 people are just miserable little trolls. Just little miserable trolls. Don't worry. Nothing makes them more angry than to see us winning. It's just like one thing I know is that every night when I go to bed, there's somebody out there thinking about me, thinking about how much they hate me, thinking about how much they want to be me, thinking about how good looking I am. I understand. It's not easy. It's not easy being this good looking. It's not easy being this smart. It's not easy, but I have to do it. I have to live with this curse that I have, this cursed life that I'm living. It is what it is. Even my own family doesn't love me. Nobody loves me. Nobody wants to see other people winning, Even when your own family doesn't want to see you winning. It is what it is. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, my friends. And here we are today. Again, we got 6 dislikes. Come on, just keep on hitting the dislike button because we're just going to keep on going higher and higher. Kind of like Bitcoin. A lot like Bitcoin, actually. I don't know if you guys have seen the price of Bitcoin lately, but the price of Bitcoin has been going to the moon. Bitcoin. It's going higher and higher and higher. Also, Tesla. Tesla's been going to the moon as well. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Don't really know exactly what to do anymore. We're living in a world where it's just all so crazy. So, right now, we got a couple stocks moving around here this morning. We got AIKI. We got AIKI. We got TATT. We got 8 dislikes now. Come on, you pussies. Hit it. Let's go for 10 dislikes. It ain't hurting me. It's only making me stronger. It's only getting me more excited to fucking keep winning, baby. Don't Don't tease me with a good time. You know? Don't tease me with a good time. I'm here to have fun. And keep on winning, baby. Keep on winning. Keep on winning. All right, so let's stay focused here. We got AIKI this morning. It's up 64%. We got TATT up 49%. And we got NRBO. Hey, life success. This is all I want you to do. I want you just to close out the stream, walk away, go away. We don't need you. We don't need you here. Don't want you here. Don't want you anyone. I'm just here for myself, for my own ego, to pump it up, baby, to pump it up. All right, so let's look at these stocks. Let's get going. Been waiting for everyone to tune in, and this is all we're gonna get. It is what it is. So we got the PECK yesterday was a big mover. Pre-market made a big move. What we got here this morning? AIKI from the 90-cent area up to the $1.60, pulling back $1.41 now. It's up 66%. It's got 42 million shares traded so far today, with 34 million shares in the float. So it's by no means a micro float. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what qualifies. I need to write a book about it, actually. I need to make my own qualifications, my own numbers here. What qualifies as something being a micro float or something being a medium float or a small float or a large float? We gotta figure this out, people. These are questions that need to be answered. Here. What else we got popping off? We got TATT. Looking kind of slow right now, to be honest with you guys. We got a couple stocks moving up pre-market here. Just a couple. Nothing. No over 100% movers so far yet. Or so far, I guess. MARA pulling back this morning. Bitcoin went up to a high of, I think, like 35,800. 35,800. And pulled back now, MARA from the $15 area, pulling back down there to $14 right now. Keeping an eye on the scanner this morning for anything that's hot, that's popping off. Let's see what happens here. We got about 6 minutes here till the market opens. And, we'll see what happens. MARA made a run yesterday. It did. Very correct. Very correct you are, Andy Two Tops. Very correct. Also, we got NRBO this morning. NRBO up there to $11. NRBO has a 5.5 million share float. It's got 300,000 shares traded so far, but you can see here on the chart, it's just been selling off since that move this morning up to the $11 area and now pulling back below $7. So we've got a couple of stocks moving around here. I'm just looking at the scanner, getting ready for the market open here. Looking at the scanner, seeing what's popping, what's not popping. What's popping? Brand new whip. Don't get stopped in your whip. SNDL. Oh my gosh. ATIF. Let's look at some of these stocks here. ATIF is another one on the scanner this morning that's popped up. It's up 20%. Just try to see if there's anything that's really got that's looking bullish right now. Everything we've looked at so far has already kind of made a big move pre-market and then pulled back. AIKI, the pre-market high so far today is right around that $1.60 area. So yeah, $1.60 being the pre-market high. You can see it got denied there, pulled back from the $1.57 area, pulled back down there to $1.30. AIKI, looking for this thing to get going here at open if it can get going. It's got 43 million shares traded so far, and it's got a 34 million share float. So, a larger, definitely a larger float. A bigger float, I guess, a little larger. Still, like I said, we got I gotta clarify which is large and which is small and which is micro and which is all of those things. Which one is it? What's good? Krenin 22. Morning. Good morning. Gosh. Good morning. Waiting for some opportunity here this morning. We got a couple stocks moving around, but it's looking bleak at this point. Tesla as well this morning. Look at this thing. It's up 3.5% again to that 760 area. It's madness, to say the least. I can't believe that since November, it's literally just gone up. Man, it's gonna be a wild ride today, my friend. It's gonna be a wild ride. We got a lot of stuff going on with the government today. We got lots of very interesting things happening today. Yeah. The SPY right now is red. It pulled back. Yesterday made a red to green move. But you can see on Monday had a big old sell-off there on the SPY. So we got about 3 minutes here till the market opens. We're just kind of hanging out and waiting to see if anything pops up here going into open right now. Looking a little bleak, looking a little slow. But luckily for you guys, we got the scanner working 24 hours a day, all day, every day here, looking for those hot opportunities. And we'll see if those opportunities do arise here. Hey, Rick, the original, baby. You're back. I'm back. The OG, the #1 day trading channel. We're doing it live right here on YouTube. It's not witchcraft. It's not magic. Just some good old day trading. Good old day trading here. Let's see what pops off here today. Can we get some action? We need some volume across the board here. We got a couple stocks moving around. Looking at the scanner again, like I said earlier, pretty much everything we've already looked at. AI, KI, TATT, NRBO. Not really doing much. Those are the top 3 movers. And it's, what's funny is when you become like a momentum day trading type of person, these stocks that are up, when you look at the scanner, you're like, oh, that stock's up 70%. It's just not enough to get me excited, is it? It's just not enough to get me excited. NCTY yesterday, NCTY made a run up there to that 1002 area, which is funny because this is actually, if you look at the chart here, guys, these lines that we drew yesterday at that 1020 area, well, guess where it stopped at? 1010. 1010. I don't want to say that I'm a genius, but support and resistance, it does work. It is a thing. I know it sounds crazy, but it seems to hold some type of merit here. So NCTY pushing up there to the 980 area currently. Let's see what happens here now. This morning, it's got 273,000 shares traded on it. And got a just big old green candle there getting ready to go into open here. We got about a minute till the market opens. So hold on to your boots or hold on to your whatever you call them. Do something, one of those things. I think if we get a break over, the high yesterday was 1002. So we'll get a break over 1020 here on NCTY. Could start the party. You know what I mean? Get the party started here for that break over 1020 if it wants to get going. NCTY over 1020 for a breakout over that high yesterday. The high actually was 1002 or 1010. So we'll see. We'll give it a chance. If it wants to go, it wants to go. We'll ride the momentum. The volume's starting to come up here now that the market is officially open for the third day of 2021. Today's the third day, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm excited for today. Either way, even if we don't make any money today, I'm excited just to be here. I'm excited to be here. Keeping an eye on the scanner for you guys. Don't you worry. I got my eye on everything, baby. ORTX making a move here from the 570 area now. ORTX has an 84 million share float, so it's not a small float by any means, but it is making a move here. It's up 22% so far from that 565 area, pushing up there to 6 now. We'll see what happens. ISR has a 86 million share flow. It's up right now 261% from the $1.40 area this morning. Yeah, $1.40 area this morning, up there to $1.90 now. $1.90. Rock and roll, baby. Rocking and rolling. NCTY. Where'd that go? NCTY pushing up there to that 1020 area, trying to get above it. Trying to make a move here. It pushed to 1015 so far. I'm kind of keeping a close eye on it right here to see if it can squeeze over 1015 here. Get a little squeeze over 1020 and try to push up there. We'll look for, like, on the daily chart here, resistance-wise. Really, that next resistance not till the $11 area. So, if this can get going here, we'll see if we get a break over 1020 to come. Sitting right now at $10. The battle. There's a battle here, people. We got a battle going on. MARA pushing up there to the 15s now. Riding that momentum, the Bitcoin momentum, I guess. I could say, you should say, I should say. Somebody should say. NCTY having a little bit of trouble there at 1020, trying to push through here. Can she get going? Let's see if they'll get a breakout. It's got to happen like in the next second or so here. This is a 1 minute chart we're looking at right now. Looking for that break over 1020 to happen. The SPY selling off right now. And NCTY having trouble here at the 1020 again. That resistance kicking in there strong. That resistance kicking in there strong. ISR still halted. It was halted at 931. So it's got a 5-minute halt or maybe a 10-minute halt. We'll find out here in a little bit. But right now, NCTY looking for that break over 1020. MARA looking like it wants to push to above 1550 here. Maybe up to the $16 area. It's looking a little overextended right now on the 1 minute chart. Looking a little overextended on the 1 minute chart right now. Just a little bit. Might look for a pullback, maybe $15 area here, down the $14.90, $15 area for a pullback on MARA. If you're looking to get long here, not sure I want to be chasing it up at that point there. NCTY pulling back there after getting overextended. These multiple stocks just kind of popping up there big this morning. But let's see if they can actually make the move higher here today. Give it a little bit of time. AIKI push up to that $1.60 area from the $1.30. Like I said earlier, this has a bigger float on it. 34 million share float, so we'll see if that can get going. ENVB get halted here. ENVB is halted at the ENVB's halted at 450 here. I can't figure out the float on this one. I'm thinking that this has a small float. Is this like an IPO recently? ENVB, I guess this is an IPO? It just got, yeah, I think it's an IPO, right? Looks like it. NCTY having trouble just not getting going up there above 10. That resistance being pretty strong there at the daily chart there. So TATT above 8, trying to push up there. TATT, I like this one probably the most out of all that we've been looking at this morning. Let's see what happens here. 1 minute chart just pulled up there to the 8s. Give it a little bit of time here. Maybe get a little bit of a pullback. So we go to push here above 810. Try to get up there on the daily chart looking at this thing. I don't know what we're looking at. At least, let's look for 820s if it's going to push up here. ISR is reopened now. ISR dropping after that halt there. Looking for TATT to get above 820 here. NCTY pulling back their 960 area. Touching that 960 area now multiple times. Can she hold there? TATT's got to get going over this. Get over this 820 now from the $8 pullback. 812 pushing up there now. 815 the high so far today here on TATT. Looking for 820 or more on this one. Still watching NCTY if it can get going and squeeze up there above 1020. TATT pulling back there 780 right now, so having a little bit of trouble getting overextended there on the 1-minute chart. And you can see on the 5-minute chart that resistance yesterday there at the kind of 813 area. Which is kind of like right where we got stuck at now. So let's see. Get a break over that 816 area. Get the move here going. NCTY trying to get above 10 here again. Looking to see if this thing can get moving. Get above that 1020 area. Get a nice breakout. I think get a breakout over 1020 here. Should get a nice push up to the 11s. Based on, just what we're seeing with the support and resistance here. If this momentum continues, and it continues to go. MARA pushing up there to 1620 now. This morning opening up there at the 1440 area. And still going higher. NCTY looking for this break over 1020. There we go, 1030. Pushing up there. Looking for the $11 area here on NCTY today. I think it's very, very doable if we can get going here. And also TATT looking for this break over 820 now. 1850, 850 coming up there, 820. 820 getting touched. Yeah, 820 got touched there. So let's see if it'll go all the way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Taking profit there on TATT in the push up there from that $8 pullback. Just like we were looking for. It's a beautiful morning. Ooh. NCTY pulling back there after squeezing up there to the 1045 area. Let's do it, baby. Let's go all the way. MARA. I don't know about you guys, but this is looking a little overextended at this point. I'm not sure I'd want to be buying up here at the $16 area. If I'm looking to get long on MARA, I'm looking to get long maybe back here in that $15, $20, $15 area. If it doesn't pull back there, I don't want it. I don't want it. There's no point. No point in going and doing something silly today. But NCTY and NCTY, TATT gave us some nice little opportunities there. And we'll see what happens from here. NCTY back up to the 1040 area. Back up there to the 1040. I'm thinking 1070. Guys, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag by any means. But NCTY, it's going to 11. I don't want to say I told you so, but there it goes. Looking to take a little bit off right here, and then hold on for hold a few shares to go over 11 now. 1090. Look at that. 1090 high so far. When you're good, you're good. When you're good, you're freaking good, man. You know what I mean? $10.99 high. Can somebody rewind the tape I want somebody to rewind the tape. I want somebody to rewind it. Somebody rewind the tape. Cause there it is. NCTY. $11. 11 freaking dollars. Freaking dollars, baby. ENVB here, up to the 520 now. 300,000 shares traded so far. This is a stock that I said earlier. Looks like an IPO. It had a high back there at $6 on this candle. Not really sure what is going on with this stock right now. Not a lot of volume on it. Not a lot of volume by any means. Looking here at what's moving around on the scanner, you can see CNCC, NCTY, ENV popping up there on the breaking out on volume scanners. I don't know if I'd call ENVB breaking out with volume right now with 300,000 shares traded, but we'll see what happens. Just not enough volume for us to really get going so far today, but we've had some pretty good opportunities. Look at TATT getting that push up there to the 830 and then just crashing back down. Don't go chasing waterfalls, my friend. Takes that profit while you can. You know, take that profit while you can. AIKI, still worth looking at. It's pushing up there above $1.65 now. That pre-market high was $1.60 there. $1.70 coming up. There it is, $1.70 now. Definitely. Look at the volume on this thing. The volume's insane right now on AIKI. Volume is just going nuts. ISR is reopened after getting halted there and pulling back to the $1.60 area. There you go. ISR pulling back down there now. MARA, let's see. Looking for that pullback here. This thing has got to pull back. It's just looking a little too crazy right now. Just looking a little too crazy right now, I'd say. At least. Just me personally, you know. I'm not a genius or anything, but, you know, personally, I'd say that. She's my Monica Lewinsky. MARA pulling back there, 1570 area. Still, I think she's got to go a little bit lower than this, my friends. Looking a little too crazy there. A little too top heavy for me. ENVB pulling back there. That volume. Certified Mesa trader. Yeah. What do you call it? Mesa? I'm a Mesa trader. I'm going to mess you up, dog. I'm going to mess you up. What else we got? NCTY up there to the $11 area. Pulling back beautifully. Pulling back there. Getting overextended, obviously, on the 1 minute chart there. And that's just how it goes. You know, that's how these stocks move, baby. They go up. They pull back. They go all around. Don't go chasing waterfalls. NCTY, if NCTY can hold 1040, 1060 area, we should see a push above 11. That 1120 area being that next resistance there. So kind of watching to see what happens here. Kind of watching to see what happens to get a break back above that 1070 area. See if it can push up there above 11. Ooh, on NCTY. She's my Monica Lewinsky. MARA trying to push back up here after that little dip from the 1570 area up there to 16 now. This thing's been making a move, man. Back there last year, October of last year, MARA being $1.96, and now up there to $16. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. That's all I can say about that. I wish I had a better answer than that. I wish I had some actual logical information for you on that, but it's just wow. It's a wild. JAGX, this one was moving around yesterday. It looks like it's moving around again today. NCTY not being able to hold that 1050 area, so getting that pullback there. And now looking like she might want to, let's see what happens like that 1020 area. It's never a bad sign to see a stock pull back to a previous resistance, turn that resistance into support. I would say it's obviously a very bullish sign for that to happen. So let's see again if we can bounce. I think NCTY holds that previous resistance there. If it can bounce, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So looking for that push back over 1070. Looking a little overextended right here on that little candle. So might get a little bit more of a pullback, 1050 area. This starts going. Kind of basing out there. NCTY. The shorts, can they get squeezed once again? Can they get squeezed once again here? NCTY there at the 1060 area. Here we go. NCTY pulling back there, 1050 area. Let's see what happens here. Over 1070. Let's see if we get a break over 11 here today. On NCTY, currently watching the 1 minute chart right now. See if we get a breakout over 1070. If this starts going again. I'm going to jump in there for a little scalp here at the 1070 area. See if we can't squeeze up there towards 11 again. Let's see. There we go. Up there at the 1090 now. Looking for a break over 11 on this move. Just a little scalperoonie. Hey, there we go. 11, taking profit up there at the 1120 area. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, people. I don't want to say I told you so, but I might have told you so. There's that push, man. NCTY 2 for 2 today, baby. 2 for 2. Buy one, get one free. You know, buy one, get one free today, my friends. Up there to 1120, that previous resistance we knew was there. So I wasn't going to be greedy here. Was not going to be greedy for that push above 11 there. And taking profit. Beautiful. The high on that was 1021. Plenty of time to take profit above 11 after that breakout over the 1070 area. Beautiful. Just beautiful, I'd say. And people complain. They say, Patrick Whelan doesn't ever tell me anything good. He doesn't teach me anything. Ross, he doesn't help me with anything. He's the worst. Well, there it is. That's like 3 trades a day that we've nailed. 3 trades that we've nailed today. Literally. Nailed them. You couldn't have nailed them any better. Right in the bullseye, baby. Right in the bullseye. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'll be here all day, every day. Well, not all day, every day. I'll be here at some point. You know, I'll be around. You know, I'm here to help. Even though you don't want it, I'm here to help. So we got 120 people watching. We got 41 likes. Help a brother out. I don't know what you want me to do. I just gave you 3 amazing trades. And, 3 amazing trades. And there's no love. No love from the people out there. I see how it is. Everyone's just stingy. Everyone's greedy with their likes. They don't want to give out the likes. They don't want to help me help you, you know? NCTY pulling back down there to the 1070 area, back above 11 again. Can she go over 1120? I think over 1120, it's off to the races, my friends. The next resistance being 1180 area here. I'm going to be done trading NCTY. I think 2 trades at this point warrant a pretty good day for me on this stock. No point in just continuing to add on to risk. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here if it gets going. Just gets going. Up there to 1140 now. 1135 high on NCTY. It's rocking. It's rolling, baby. It's rocking. It's rolling. 1123. Let's go. MARA looking for a pullback. Like I said earlier, this thing just getting overextended, my friends. That 5-minute chart is definitely looking very overextended here. 15-minute chart, same picture. Nothing really looking like, oh, I really want to buy. Na na na. Na 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 na. Some good stuff. Good stuff out there today. NCTY pushing up there to the 1135 area. So if you missed out on that first $11 break, well, there was another opportunity there for you, bouncing off that EMA perfectly on the 1-minute chart there. Pretty textbook type of trade there. It wasn't really anything too crazy to write home about, but that's what we're looking for. That is what we are looking for, my friends. ENVB. Alex just made a quick 6% on NCTY. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Alex, all you have to do now is just not lose anything else for the rest of the year and not make anything, and you've beat the return of most hedge funds. Just need 6% a year, baby. You're winning. You're winning. Oh, man. Man, I'm telling. As much as I want to be, bullish here and be like, oh, party, drink Bacardi, NCTY, this thing's definitely looking like it's got room to run still. Just does not want to give it up. Doesn't want to give up that 9 EMA there on the chart yet. So as long as that 9 EMA keeps holding as support, this thing has potential to squeeze higher. The shorts, there are shares of shorts, so if I was a short, I would be basically watching this like, man, if this thing keeps holding that 9 EMA, I got to get out of my short here. Because this thing could easily just squeeze above 1140 up there to the $12 1080 area, or 1180 area, I should say. So, we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Does she happen? Does it happen, my friends? Kind of just watching NCTY right now. Can she squeeze over that 1130 area up there? 1180 being the next resistance here on the chart. Looking at the scanners right now, what is popping off? ORTX up to the 695 area. ORTX has 84 million shares in the float, so it's not a micro float or anything like that, but it's going. It's got 5 million shares traded so far, up there to 695, and going higher here, up 43% on the day. ORTX is the ticker we're talking about. Give you guys a look at it here. ORTX up there to $7 now. This morning, opening up there at the 560 area, consolidating for a little bit, break it out to the upside here, up to the 7s. Like I said, it's got 84 million shares in the float going there. So XLM going to the moon. Absolutely. It's moonbound. Moonbound. Moundbound? Moonbound. Monica Lewinsky. NCTY at 11 now. Looking like, ooh, it's holding that 9 EMA, man. Been holding that 9 EMA here. We get over 1120. I'd say we get a new high here. Probably might take a little scalp over 1120 here. The red background is, I just had it turned on because of I got this new gun I took a photo of for Instagram. And I just need to change it back to blue, I guess. What do you guys think? Oh, blue or red? I'm gonna go with blue because I'm gonna go with green actually because we're green today. How about that? Oh yeah! There we go. We're green, baby. I like it. I think the green works. The green's working. I like the green, baby. Woo, so much green, so much money. It's just happiness around here. Looking for a break on NCTY over 1120 if this thing's going to go. But like I said, the more and more this moves up. Look at this. Pretty simple to see. What we got? We got one leg here being that first leg. You know, that first move higher from the 920 area up there to the 1020, pulling back. So that's like our first big move. And then you can see the second move here going from 1019 up there to 11. And then you can see the third move here, you know, going from that 1060 area up there to 1135. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So the next move after this would be the fourth leg higher. And the more and more, the 1, the 2, the 3, the more legs higher that we go without getting like a good, decent pullback / consolidation, the more, the more dangerous it's getting because the stock's getting more and more overbought. And it gets to a point. And the other thing, too, it's also this human thing as well because guess what? What did I say earlier? I made 1, 2 trades here on NCTY. So now I'm like, I'm not so worried about trying to buy the third or fourth breakout, right? If that makes sense. So I'm basically, what do you call it? I'm basically making, I don't know, what do you say? I'm making my own, I'm making my own, I'm making my own thingy come true. I'm basically breeding it into existence by living that way. I think is a way to put it. I'm making the idea come into fruition because I'm alone. What am I doing? I already made money on NCTY, so my thing now is like, well, I'm not going to buy it again. I've already bought it twice. I've already made money on it, and I don't want to buy it for the third time. Because if I buy it for the third time, well, there's a good chance that, it just crashes on me and I lose the profits from the first 2 trades. So it's like, for me personally, I'm basically, I am the reason that it's not going higher. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean. I'm trying to put down. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. My theory that the third or the fourth breakout gets more and more dangerous, I'm basically living proof of that because I'm not going to trade that third or the fourth breakout because I'm like, hey, it's getting more and more dangerous. So I'm basically making it happen. I can't use my words right now. I'm out of the words. I got no words. I got no words to talk about. AIKI pulling back there to the 150 area. MARA. Shake and bake, baby. Down there to the $15 area. Just like I said. Literally, it was at 16. What did we say? I said this thing's got to pull back at some point. It's going to pull back. Well, there it is. Down to a low now of 1503 here on MARA. I'm making my own reality, baby. My own reality. I'm out of the matrix. I'm in my own world. ENVB up there to the 520 here, pulling back down there to the 4. Like I said earlier, I don't really know what is going on with this stock. I'm guessing this is an IPO, and there's just really no volume on it. Keeping an eye on the scanner for you guys to see what's popping off here this morning. KERN just popped up there on the breaking out on volume scanner, and it broke out on the new high breakout scanner as well. So it's on 2 scanners. It must be something to look at. Let's take a look at it. You got KERN from the $4 area up there to 460 now. What's the story here? Looking at the float. You got a 13 million share float. This is a data processing, hosting, and related services company. And look at the daily chart here. I don't know if I was you guys. I don't know. If I was an investor, I would not be too excited about KERN. Maybe down there at the $2 area, but damn. I wouldn't be happy if I bought back there in the beginning of 2020. Hey, Steven, thanks, man. I'm just here to have fun, baby. Living the dream every day. Wake up in the morning, hang out with you guys, and then the rest of the day I just stare at the wall because I have nothing else to do. Stare at Bitcoin, I guess. I gotta stop. Bitcoin will drive you crazy. It'll literally drive you insane. It's driving me insane. I've been waking up like 2 or 3 in the morning trying to trade Bitcoin. I gotta stop. That's the one thing about Bitcoin is it just trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never stops. Like I have alerts on my phone, so I literally wake up in the middle of the night when the price of Bitcoin crosses certain prices, and I gotta literally wake up, jump on the computer, and then look for a trade. It's like I gotta have some type of life, you know. I can't. I'm literally going out on dates or going to the bar, and I'm like, damn. Hold on one second. I gotta buy some Bitcoin. I gotta sell some Bitcoin. I gotta stop, man. I gotta put a time limit on it. Well, it's like it's hard because obviously like some of the biggest moves for Bitcoin happen in the middle of the night here in the U.S. So it's hard because I really don't want to be up all night long trading Bitcoin. I don't know. I guess that's not really what I want my life to be. Obviously, I own Bitcoin long term, but still, it's like, damn, you know, when you see a $4,000, $3,000 move happening, it's like, I want to trade it, you know, I want to trade it. I want to get in on that action. 24 hours a day, baby. It never stops. The party never stops. It's just like a addiction to making money. SSPK up there to the 1498 area here on the 1 minute chart. Only 1 million shares traded so far. Looking not looking good at all. I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. NRBO this morning had a big spike pre-market. Look at this thing up there to the 1098 area pre-market and then just selling off down there to the 640 now. Ouch. Wow. GAN. Chad Weigel talking about GAN here. It's got 471,000 shares traded going from the 20 area up there to 2169. Just not enough volume on it to get excited. And then what's the float on this thing? GAN has a 22 million share float here as well, so it's not a micro float or anything crazy like that. Hey, Patrick, been a fan since the wakeboard days. It's been a long time since I've filmed wakeboarding. Been a real long time. I actually hung out with Mark Rossiter yesterday. Good to see some old friends. Some talk about the good old wakeboarding days. Back in the heydays. Back when we were filming, living the dream, just having a good old time. Nothing mattered other than going out and getting some sick shots and enjoying life. Hey, inspiration. And I've been called many things, but inspiration not normally something that I'm called. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, baby. I'll take it. Looking here at what's moving, we got a couple things moving around there. I personally don't sell drones, but I work with a company that's the world's largest drone dealer supplier. So yeah, I'm still doing that. Drone business is booming, baby. It's booming. And then we're selling these electric surfboards now too, and those have actually done really well too because of COVID. So life's good. 2020 was my best year ever. Everybody else thought that 2020 was the worst year ever. But I lived a pretty good. I don't know. 2020 wasn't that bad for me, other than some stuff happening. What's a good starter drone? The new Mavic Mini 2. DJI Mavic Mini 2 is definitely something to check out. Yeah, so Kel FPV, if you are into drones, you probably follow my drone page, Drone Nerds. So I'm all in it. I'm all in that drone world, baby. Living the dream. The electric surfboard is $10,000. And I know that sounds crazy, but the thing is, people are like, I can buy a boat for $10,000. Well, the people that want to buy, the guys who can afford to buy a $10,000 surfboard, they have a yacht. They got a mega yacht, They don't care about money. Money doesn't matter to them. Money's just like this magical thing for them just to spend. So I always love when people bitch about the price of the boards, because it's like, it's totally fine. I'm not saying that everybody can afford a $10,000 electric surfboard. The same idea that not everyone can afford a Rolex, but nobody complains about Rolexes being expensive. It's just the way it is. It's life, Some things are expensive and some things are cheap. And that's just, you can't be mad. You can't be mad at me for something being expensive, And we sell them too. What's crazy is $10,000 is actually cheap for an electric surfboard. A lot of the surfboards, motorized surfboards in the market are between $15,000 and $16,000. So, kind of is what it is. And not everyone can afford a $3,000 trading course. I mean, that's a little bit different. I don't know if I would tell people that, hey, you're poor, you can't. The reason that you can't afford a trading course is because you're poor. I think nobody, even if you're a millionaire, I don't think there is really any reason for you to spend $3,000 on a trading course. I don't know. Maybe, hey, if you got the money, well, and you want to spend it, I guess there's worse ways to spend $3,000. But it does seem like $3,000 spent on a day trading course really is a bad investment, personally, for me to say, I guess. NCTY trying to push back up there to the $11 area, having trouble right now. So you can see, like I said just a few minutes ago, that 1120 area holding it down there. So if you were, if you really wanted to trade NCTY, I would obviously wait for that breakout over the 1120 area, because that should really get the party going and push up there. I'd say, $12 or the 1180 being the next resistance after that 1120 break there. So there is always opportunities, baby. Always opportunities to make a little bit of money. But remember, the same idea, you could just as easy as you can make money, you can lose it even easier. It's much easier to lose money than it is to make money. As As weird as that sounds, I know people don't believe me, but it's very true. It's very easy to lose a lot of money. I can lose a lot of money really quickly, but it's the chance of me making a lot of money really quickly. It's opposite for sure. And it's funny because you would think that, if at the end of the day, like people always say, like stocks, it's gambling. It's a 50-50 chance, right? That the stock's gonna go higher, it's gonna go up or down. If it's a 50-50 chance that the stock's gonna go higher or up or down, then why is it that 90% of people end up losing money? It's the $1 million question. I think there's a much different chance of a stock going up and down over 50%, especially at certain opportunities like TATT when it's up here at the 830 area. Knowing that this thing is just squeezing higher and higher here, there's obviously a better chance, a much better chance of TATT pulling back from the 820 area than there is it going up at that point. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense, right? Same idea with NCTY here. It pushes up there, to that resistance being $11, 1120 area there. There's a much higher chance that this stock pulls back. I don't really know what the percentage would be, but I would say there's probably, an 80%, 90% chance that the stock stops at that resistance there after, going from 960. Well, it's like green. There's a pretty good chance, I'm going to say 75 to 80, 90% chance that the stock pulls back from that $11 resistance. Much more than 50%. But that's also why we are, as traders, we're looking for opportunities for, these setups, because these setups are giving us a statistical advantage over just buying. If I just go and buy a stock, it's like, okay, cool. That's like 50-50. But if I look for an opportunity and I say, hey, look, NCTY, man, it's making a move higher here. There's a much higher chance that it makes, the move that I'm seeing, or the setup that I'm seeing, that I've seen happen a million times. When I see these moves happen, it's like that chance is much higher. And that's why, as day traders, it's not that we're gambling. We're just looking to manage risk and manage these setups. We know, first off, okay, if NCTY pushes up here, we saw earlier that it had a resistance there. What was it, 1020 area? 1020 on that resistance, right? It then squeezes above that, and guess what? It pulled back down there to that 1020 area, that previous resistance. I talked about this multiple times before, multiple videos. When it pulls back to that previous resistance and then turns it into support, the chance of it going higher is what? 75, 80, 90% that it's going to bounce off of, it's going to hold that level and bounce higher from there, because we just saw that previous resistance is now turning into support, which it actually did kind of here too as well. It pulled back to that area. It then squeezed up there to the 11. It then pulled all the way back down to that previous resistance. And guess what it did? It made the move higher. So that's the way that we look at it here. A little wisdom as we wait to see what happens here with NCTY and see if we get a breakout over this 1120 area. You can see right now it's just kind of holding that 1060. And you can see that's kind of where we consolidated before. So let's see what happens from here. NCTY, the shorts, if they get squeezed. If they get squeezed. If they get squeezed here. Do I think BNGO is going to have another run from the 440 area back up there to 540? I try not to predict. I try not to make predictions. I just trade what's there. If BNGO, obviously, if it gets above that 540 area here so far, could be a push. But you got that resistance coming up here to the 580 area. So, the $1 million question, isn't it? It's the $1 million question. I think at the end of the day, you just got to wait. And if it sets up, if you see the opportunity, then you take it. But to sit here and go, well, I think, I'm predicting that BNGO is going to have another run is obviously just, I think, a waste of time at this point. NCTY, looking to see what happens here. If it gets back above 11 and tries to squeeze up there above that resistance there at the 11.16 area. We had a pretty good consolidation going here so far. Multiple touches of that 10.60 area. Looking like she's primed and ready for another move higher. But like I said earlier, obviously every move higher is just going to be more and more risky. So if you are going to trade this, I would trade with a little bit smaller size, just like I'm going to do if I'm going to trade this here. So you get a break over 11.20 and just, a little size, nothing crazy. Just a little bit of risk. When the risk increases, then we decrease our share size, if that makes sense. The risk is going higher, but we're risking less. Right? I think that's a good way to say it, to put it. We're managing our risk. We're looking at this like, hey, the risk is higher now that this does pull back here at some point, but we're going to trade it with smaller size and look to see if we can't get a move here up there to the 11.80 area. Let's see right here. Give it a second. Don't want to be too early to the party. Don't want to be too early to the party, my friends. Give it a second. We're going to give it a second here. 1 second. And see if we can't get a push over this 11.16, 11.20 area and get going again. KERN's popping up on the scanner as well. NTEC's popping up on the scanner. And then GHSI is popping up on the scanner as well. There we go. Pushing up there. Looking like she wants to run. I'm going to jump in there and see if we can't get a squeeze up there. 11.40 minimum on this move. There we go. 11.40. Take a little bit of profit there. 11.40. Take a little bit more at the 11.50 area. Taking a little bit of profit there in the 11.40. High 11.40s. Got to stop on this basically at the 11.20 now. If you can't hold 11.20, you're going to get out for the rest. But let's see what happens if we can get a squeeze a little bit higher. We'd like to see 11.80 here. But it looks like we're running into some resistance already. Let's give it a second. That's a beautiful candle, though. Beautiful candle going over 11.20 there. Back into the 11.40s. Back into the 11.40s here. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go. Let's go. If we're going to go, we got to go now. We got to go now, boys. I'm going to jump out there just because it's, I don't know. I'm going to take the profit and just lock it down. I don't want any reds. I don't want any red trades on this. Let's go three for three today on this, on NCTY, baby. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Oh, yeah. So right now, NCTY is pulling back to that previous resistance area. This could be a bullish sign if it holds that 11.20 area and wants to squeeze higher from there. Like I was saying earlier, that previous resistance turning into support, it could be, a good sign. But for me, like I said already multiple times, I don't really need to keep adding on to the risk here. So totally fine with just locking it down there, taking some shares in the 11.40 area, and just closing it out there at the 11.30 and just walking away with another couple $100 on that move. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for opportunities. And right now, NCTY still looks like she might want to keep going here. I'm totally fine if it does just keep going here. SSPK. What is going on with this one? SSPK has a 24 million share float. Silver Spike Acquisition Corp. Interesting move here. From the $16 area up there to $16.99. Pulling back now to the $15.99 area. ISR settling. I don't know ISR. I don't know why do you keep talking about ISR? ISR is done. Dead. It's dead to me. Dead to me, baby. It's dead to me. This right here is like, this is basically just a big signal to say, hey, stay away. That $2, not being able to break over that $2, not getting above that pre-market high. You know, it's like right there is a sign. It's a sign that it's not good. Not a good sign. ISR was the Reddit penny stock pump. Is that what that is? It is. It has made a massive move, to say the least. What's up with NCT? NCTY pulling back down there. 1088 now. I'm pretty happy with that trade. Pretty happy. I'm pretty happy today in general. Pretty happy in general, I would say. On today's performance, I feel pretty good. I feel like we read NCTY pretty spot on the entire time. I don't feel like we ever were really not on it. 3 trades, and yeah. How many shares do I recommend trading for beginners? Depends on the stock, really. If you're trading, a $1 stock and you want to risk a couple $100, it just depends. Really, I wouldn't say it really matters about how many shares you want to trade as much as you want to risk. And obviously the price of the stock. If the stock's $1 and it's moving up 10 cents every minute, then, it just really comes down to the overall price movement, the risk. You could trade 10 shares, 100 shares, 1,000 shares. I don't know. It really just comes down to the action. Philip, I'm going to tell you right now exactly what you just told me everything about that trade on AIKI. You just told me everything about that trade in a bad way by what you just typed. And I want you to know, I want to see if anyone else can read Philip's comment and tell me what he did wrong or what he's saying wrong in that context. Anybody can read Philip's text and comment and see what the issue is with that? Anybody? Come on. I know there's got to be somebody out there smart enough who can read Philip's comment and see where he went wrong. Luck I need, baby. This ain't luck. We ain't gambling, Philip. We're not rolling the dice. We don't want luck. Luck, baby. There is no luck. You know what I mean? There is absolutely no luck when it comes down to it. And the thing is, here I'm gonna be very clear. At the end of the day, there's a chance that Philip could be lucky, and this could go back to the $1.75 area. But the thing is you're going into the trade saying that will be the luck I need. You know what I mean? That's the issue here. That's the issue on AIKI on that trade. Now, if you would have said, hey, I bought AIKI at the bottom here at the 125 area, I'm going to risk, I don't really know where you're going to risk off, but I'm going to risk off that $1.20 area. I'm going to risk 10 cents for a possible 50 cent higher move. That's a trade, right? You can take that trade all you want. Go for it. Take that trade. But at the end of the day, going into the trade and saying that that's the luck that I need, that is never a good sign. If that's what you're thinking, if you're already going into the trade telling yourself, well, if I just get lucky, if I get lucky here, it's going to work out. Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't do it, my friend. Don't do it. No luck. No praying. No hoping. We're trading. We're not gambling. We're not playing cards. We're not playing blackjack. We're trading. We're counting the cards, actually. Oh, Rogue Han said that he's stuck in a few stocks and he's holding CRBP for a month now. What should he do? Let me guess. Where did you buy? What was your price point? Where did you buy CRBP at? Let me know a little bit better. MARA pulling back to the $15 area, rallying back up there to 16 now. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen to the rhythm and the rush that you used to. I don't wanna. Man. AIKI, our boy Phillip. I'm happy that you took the loss at least, Phillip. No hoping and praying at least, you know. At least you were able to cut it off there. And, you know, hey, it happens. Sometimes you take a trade and you just got to cut it off. It's a part of the game, my friend. But there it is, going lower now. CRBP, Rogan said he bought CRBP back at the 213 area. And that was, when was that? That was a while ago. You've been holding this thing that long? Oh my gosh. You've been holding it, for 6 months. Ouch. It's hard to say. I don't really know what your risk tolerance is. I don't really know what the news is, why the stock dropped. I'm guessing that it's a biotech. Am I right? Let me see. CRBP. Yeah, it's a biotech. They must have had some type of bad news. And, no. Ouch. I don't really. It dropped below $1. And you're still holding it. You got hands of steel. Steel hands. Diamond hands. There's no way in hell I could ever hold a stock that's just been doing this for 6 months. There's no way. I would have to just cut it off at some point. Got to give up at some point. And then you know what would happen? The minute that I sell it, it's going to go back up. And that's kind of like the story of my life. But at a certain point, you just got to cut it off. And it's at $1.44. It was below $1. So it's like, you know, do you get out now? I don't know. It's a tricky one. It does seem to be like doing something. I don't know. Seems like this $1.25 area. The way I'm going to look at it for you, Rogue, and this is by no means advice, trading advice or investing advice. By no means is me this. Do not base your decision off of what I'm saying right here. But you could basically play this. You can basically play this just looking. I would make $1.20 area like your final stop. That's still. That's obviously a major loss from the 213 area, but in general, right now it's looking like that $1.24 area is kind of holding. And it gapped down again as well. So, the problem with these biotechs is they need the stock price. They need offerings, etc. They need all those things because they don't make any money. So they basically, only way they survive is that they pump the stock price. Things like that, do offerings. So if you get diluted, if they do an offering or something like that, if they do a reverse split, etc., it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. I cannot believe you've been holding it this long. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed at your conviction. NCTY back up there to the 1107 area, back at the 1120 now. You can see kind of making a higher low there on the 1 minute chart. If you look at the 5 minute chart, kind of bouncing right off the EMA there, the 9 EMA. Interesting. NCTY still having potential here. It is 10:30 in the morning, and I've been trying to stop myself from trading after 10:30. Not that I don't think there's ever opportunities after 10:30, but when if I look at my stats, if I look at my trading stats, the trades that I make, and I look at where and how and when I make the most money, things like that, the days that I make the most money always happen within the first hour of trading. Always. The days that I end up losing money, always happen in the middle of the day. Because number one, normally it's a slow morning, so I end up just kind of sitting around and waiting and then getting more and more FOMO, and I want to trade something. I miss a trade, and then I end up trading it, and then it ends up crashing, and then I end up losing money, and then I end up trading more because I think I'm going to get back to green. And that's obviously a hard thing, too, as a trader, is to remember, there's going to be red days. Like, you're going to have days where you're just going to be red. And it's, there's always that mentality that you can trade back to green. You can go from red to green, and you can get back to the green. But the issue is what happens when that red day becomes, let's say you have $1,000 loss, $1,000 red day. What happens when you turn that $1,000 red day into a $8,000 red day or a $10,000 red day? That's not only going to destroy your account, but it's also going to kill your mental fortitude, your mental capital, and all of that. So it's the way I look at it, my friends. You got to stay alive in this game. You got to be able to walk away with those red days sometimes, and it's hard. Especially it's hard when you live at home and your trading and everything is all going on at home. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, because it's hard for me because I when I get up to go, when I go to lunch, I basically just go to my kitchen. And then when but I'm home all day long around my computer. I'm always, looking at the computer, kind of keeping an eye on what's moving. I'm not always trading, but I'm always kind of keeping an eye. And some of my worst losses have always come from me just being like, oh my God, this stock's going up 300%, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I end up losing tons of money. So it's definitely something, it's hard to restrain yourself, to stop yourself from trading, when you trade at home, because everything's right there in front of you, your computer's right there, you're looking at stocks, and it's hard. The SPY, look at the SPY, man. From the 369 area up there to 374. Is that an all-time high again? No. Yeah, it is, right? Wait. Yeah, 378's the all-time high back there. Look at this thing. It's just madness. Crazy. It's just madness. CBAT got some news. Is it halted? Was it halted? Primary battery manufacturing. CBAT here. It's got a 20 million share float, going from 540 up there to 590 now. Trump or Biden win? I'm thinking Biden's gonna win. I'm thinking it's over, baby. It's over. I give up. No more MAGA. America's just going to shit. It's going to absolute shit. Did you guys see the other day, for the first day of the Congress, or the House or whichever one, they had their prayer. They did their prayer. And the pastor actually said, "Amen, a woman." Literally. Amen, a woman. It's over. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm going to stop caring about the politics and the government and all that stuff. And I'm just going to live my life, I'm just going to live my life. It's going to live my life here. I got my guns. I got my ammo. I got my Bitcoin. I got my gold. I got my silver, I'm just living my life. It's all you can do. It becomes too much. It becomes way too much when you're smart and you see the news, you see what's going on, and you're like, it just becomes overwhelming. You know what I mean? It just becomes overwhelming because there's literally just nothing you can do to help people that don't have brains. Like if someone doesn't have a brain, trying to talk to them and trying to explain, certain things, like it's never going to work. Like you'll never be able to reason, to be logical with someone who's illogical. You can't do that. You just can't help somebody. Some people are just born to not be smart, and that's totally fine. Not everyone can be a genius like me, like myself. So it is what it is, and that's something that I have to, understand. And it's something that have to understand here. Ugh. Especially on YouTube. There's a lot of really uneducated people on YouTube. Very, 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 probably a lot of people on YouTube that are very uneducated. It's terrible. It's really bad. I feel really bad. But there's nothing I can do. I can't help them. I can't help people. I can't help it. I just can't help them. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ugh. Just kind of looking through here, seeing what's popping off, what's going, what's moving. This morning, it's currently 10:30. We had some beautiful trades this morning on NCTY. I don't really think there's any reason to do anything after that. So, good. We had some good trades. Had some good calls on NCTY. TATT had a decent little pop, but in general, we did it. We did what we needed to do. We came to work. We made a little bit of money. Had a good live stream. The day is still young. I've actually got some stuff going on later that I got to get ready for. So if you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. I know I keep saying it, and I honestly, I hate to be that person. I hate to be the person doing this, but it really does help me a lot if you guys hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. We'll be going live every morning, 9:15, and it definitely, like I said, it helps me out. So if you leave comments, if you subscribe, if you hit the like button, I'm not asking for you to pay me $3,000 for a day trading course. I'm not asking for you to do anything other than just taking your little finger on your mouse and just moving it over to the like button, hitting that like button. And like I said, if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button because you'll want to know when we go live here on YouTube. And NCTY, the big mover of the day. So there it is. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, help me out. Hit that like button. I don't want to be that guy. Trust me. I literally do not want to be the guy who has to sit here and beg people, oh, please please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It's not. I don't want to be that guy. I really don't. But it definitely helps me out if you guys help me help you. So, all right. Everyone's content. Everyone's happy. It's 10:30. It's Wednesday. Big day popping off. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the DL. I'll talk to you somewhere. Talk to you around the world. Let's go. Let me close out of this. Oh, wrong thing. Oh, there's so many buttons.